One, two, okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome for another Bible reading. Yo, today's Bible read actually read this ahead of time, and I love this because I've been doing scrolling a lot in social media, and a lot of the times, this actually reminds me of the things that a lot of the influential people online is doing the whole cancel culture thing right here, and this one Bible passage. It's gonna be taking us uh, a couple of minutes, but hey, we always have a couple of minutes for God, right? Am I right? Am I right? Comment section. So without further ado, this will take us. Today's reading will take us to Matthew, the Gospel of Matthew 24, verse 14. So without further ado, we shall start. As Jesus came out of the temple and was going away, his disciple came to point out to him the building, the buildings of the temple. Then asked them, "You see all this, do you not? Truly, I tell you, not one stone will left be not one stone will be left here upon another. All will be thrown down." When he was sitting on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, "Tell us, when will this be? And what will happen of your coming and of the end of the age?" Jesus answered them, "Beware that no one leads you astray, for many will come in my name, saying, 'I am the Messiah,' and they will lead many astray. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not alarmed, for this must take place, but the end is not yet. For nations will rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All this but the beginning of the birth pangs. Then they will hand you over to be tortured, and will be and will put you to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of my name. This actually reflects on the current situation on a lot of Christians being persecuted around the world as well. Then many will fall away, and they will betray one another and hate one another. That right there is essentially the cancel culture. And many false prophets will arise and lead many astray. This actually, I don't like how this was being humorously used to make fun of other beliefs, but for me, I just want to share the gospel. And honestly, if you find my content uh, as something that can uh, convince you that Jesus is the only salvation of this world, then all to it. But for me, I will never mock another faith. But this line right here, many false prophets will rise and lead many astray. In this channel, I will not use that word to mock other beliefs, but I will share my own beliefs, and hopefully I can convince you guys that Jesus right here is the only way to salvation. Mm-mm-mm-mm. And because of the because of the increase of lawlessness, the love of many will grow cold, but anyone who endures to the end will be saved. And this good news of the kingdom will be proclaimed throughout the world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. The word of the Lord. That right there is the beautiful. It's the most beautiful scripture that I have read so far. Then again, a lot of the scripture I've read, especially on John, is beautiful. But for me, it just reflects on the current climate, on today's news, and today's happenings and world events. So for me, I love that entire uh scripture reading. Without further ado, you guys, that will be it for today's scripture reading. And if you do enjoy my scripture reading, please do give me a follow here on TikTok, or if you see this on YouTube, please do subscribe and leave that like button. Without further ado, I'll see you tomorrow or anytime that I would read you guys the Bible passage again, because I love to share some of my favorite Bible passages that I've just recently come across. So without further ado, see you soon or tomorrow, because I still have planned to do the devotionals as well. So without further ado, let's go wrap this one up.